surface, I want to, you know me, I want to be the doer and fix everything. And I'm like, I have to do something. I have to fix it. And there's certainly a level of action that can happen, but that's not where I was, at least not in a reasonable way. And so in a realistic way. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I had to like take a step back from that because it was just so overwhelming for me. And so it's good to, I guess, kind of bring that back around full circle that like, you know, it's as it relates to astrology, like, I don't know, I guess it's just a good way for me to think about how it's not what you think it is at all. And it's so much more at the same time. Like it's nothing and everything,
Mm-hmm.
but usually not like on the surface what you think it is, kind of thing.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. And I would ask you directly, since this is your experience of being overwhelmed with things, and you say that there are actions that could be taken. Well, of course, in the world, there certainly are actions that could be taken. However, what's the greatest action that can be taken by the seeker if the experience is feeling overwhelmed by what's moving?
Do the work.
Yeah, why?
Because by doing, if everybody just did the work, it would shift the collective by moving through those things in my own work. It is the kind of shifting collective as well, helping move that as well.
It would, but be before the collective level, because if you're doing it with the thought that, well, if I do my work, it'll shift the collective, you're still holding the same thing in place that's creating the overwhelm to begin with. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it?
What's causing the overwhelm?
Yes.
I feel like this is about to be another shame situation. Lord help us. Just the attachment to it having to be a certain way.
Yeah, and deeper than that would be what? Can you find it? Even deeper than the attachment, because attachment only comes when we have what?
Preference.
Yeah, and a preference comes because we have what?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
There's a belief.
Yes. And what is the fundamental belief that ultimately leads to you experiencing overwhelm or experiencing the sense of, oh, if I do my work, the collective will shift? Don't overthink it.
What is the belief?
Yeah.
That things should be a certain way.
Yeah. But there's a deeper belief.
Of course.
What is it?
I don't know.
Like I said, don't overthink it. What's the foundational belief that sits there for all of us on the planet that ultimately leads to all the attachment?
The separation?
Yeah, I mean, yes. But what I was looking for is that it's even real to begin with. Yeah. Right? To believe that it's real automatically puts you in a position where you have to take sides on everything to hold yourself in a certain place within your reality. Yeah. And now anything that's outside of that place you hold yourself, you have to be in opposition to, and you have to fight it, and you have to whatever, or you feel overwhelmed by it. Yeah. You're either victimized and stay victimized, or you're victimized and you turn yourself into a savior, or you're victimized and you turn yourself into a perpetrator. But the bottom line of it all is you're victimized. Why are you victimized? Because you think it's real. That's it. And the beautiful thing, going back to the astrology, is the astrology is the astrology. What do we know for sure? We're moving into what? The age of Aquarius. right? We're right at the very, very beginning where the two overlap. The age of Pisces, the age of Aquarius, they overlap right now. But there's no stopping that, yeah? So if you didn't do anything, right? If the world just continued and you're watching everything and you didn't do anything, would it matter? In highest truth, would it stop in this train that's called the planetary movements? There's no stopping it. So, what do we do with that? Right? But I have to do something. Yeah, you do. Detach. Just detach. And be at perfect peace in the middle of what appears to be utter chaos. Is it utter chaos if you look at it from that perspective? No, it seems like it's all perfectly set up, and it's going to do what it's going to do. It's going to allow the collective to move through everything the collective needs to move through, to ultimately see through everything the collective holds that keeps it experiencing separation. So yay. Right? As someone who came here in service to humanity, thank you. Awesome. I don't even have to do anything because it's going to bring it all to our doorstep. Right? And does that help to show me that really there's no reason to be worried, right? In highest truth, there's nothing going on here. Nothing going on here that could ever touch the essence of anyone on this planet. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It doesn't matter what happens. There's nothing going on here that's affecting or impacting your divine essence. Your divine essence is perfect and whole, and nothing can touch that. What you experience or believe you're experiencing, is a momentary blip that in the greater scheme, when you wake up, will disappear and you'll never even remember it happened. Because in highest truth, it never did happen. Yeah, it's a dream state that's been identified with, and the dreamer believes that the dream is real, but in waking up, the dream disappears. Right? Yeah. So if I know, and it can just be a mental thing, let it be a mental thing. If I can say mentally, I know that on a level, this is consciousness dreaming something that is impossible. And it has to dream it because it can't live it. It's impossible. So it's going to dream a reality that can't be lived, right? Can't be experienced from the state of, bad word, I'll call it unity. It's still a polarized word, but I can't think of what else to call it. Pure oneness, right? That you are. But this experience can't be experienced from the oneness that you are unless you've woken up. So anything that you're looking at where separation seems to be real, where you feel like you are still a personal me, right, is all part of the dream. It's just part of the dream. And if I'm dreaming, do you have a nightmare and then wake up and then spend like the next 2 hours like contemplating what should I have done in the nightmare, and next time I have it, what am I going to do different? No, you wake up and you're like, whoo, that was a bad one. And they just let it go. It'll fade off and you won't even remember it most likely in another week, right? Maybe even another hour, who knows? But it's seen for what it is, right? Just a dream. So if this is a dream, why are we getting ourselves all, wrapped up in worry and all this stuff over what's going on in the world?